James Thomas, Morning Blend. I'm here today with Andre Alexander with the TDC. Am I going to say it? Tabernacle Development Corporation. Is that correct?
Tabernacle Community Development Corporation. That is
Community
correct.
Development Corporation. This is being sponsored by the Opportunity Zone with St. Louis Development Corporation and Accelerate for America. And we're actually talking about some good things that are happening in St. Louis. And I'm going to shut my mouth because he and I have been talking long before this. Andre, tell us what Tabernacle Community Development, first of all, what is it?
First off, James, thank you for having me on today, and been looking forward to this. And I've enjoyed our offline conversations. I look forward to getting back to that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be good and be formal.
Okay.
I promise. But we are an organization whose vision statement is assisting communities by building people. We're about people. So everything we do to that end is about people. The mission is to help eliminate poverty and create self-sustainability by aiding to eliminate um, social, what we call exclusion, and lack of educational and empowerment resources by simply providing them. So our three E's are education, empowerment, uh, and economics. So we're about giving, in essence, working to help people find and connect to stable housing, connect and or create jobs, and then education, not only for academics, but about your health, about your uh, mental and physical health, about your residency and your history as a people and as a community. We spend a lot of time telling people about the neighborhoods that we serve, which we primarily focus on Jeff Vanderloo, the Ville, and Greaterville. And we spend a lot of time telling people about Jeff Vanderloo, your history. You living on some amazing ground that you don't even know. So that's us in a nutshell. And it takes us into things like providing quality, affordable housing for rental and soon to be for sale, which I'll talk a little bit more here soon about. Scholarships for youth to attend that next step after high school. We call it next step because everybody's not wired to go to a four-year university. They may be looking at a ranking tech. They may be looking at a certificate program that help with, coding. Whatever the next step is for you to further develop and allow you to acquire the skills you need to go after the job you desire, we want to help you get there. So that's why we call it next step. And then, we host things like community seminars, whether it be about different aspects of finance, retirement planning, on down to community block parties and stuff like that, pre-COVID, of course, that we, able to do just to bring people out to have a good time and to get to know each other. So that's a little bit about who we are.
Now, you've got a community center, and let me know if I'm wrong, because I've looked at two locations. I think the main location is off of Prairie
That is
near
correct.
Beaumont High School. Is that correct?
That is correct. We have offices that we started in right behind Beaumont High School, 3801 Ashland Avenue, and then we are finishing up our community resource center, which we call the Hub. And we call it the hub because just like the hub of a wheel, you have different spokes that come out of that hub, but the center location where they start is in the middle. And in that middle is what brings sustainability to that wheel. And we hope that this will bring sustainability to our community by working with entities that help people connect with and become resource with the things they need, whether that's counseling, whether that's help with legal issues by having attorneys on site, whether that's healthcare through our partnership that we've developed with Mercy. They're putting in a primary/urgent care clinic on the inside, whether that's access to youth programming. We're working with a private entrepreneur and another entity, 1904 Labs, to create space for youth, a software development room where they will learn to do computer programming and app building and coding, things around that geospatial world, because we're quickly becoming the geospatial capital, if you will. And the NGA is only a mile from our facility, but the goal is to work with youth starting in middle school. So by the time they graduate high school, if they say I don't want to go to a four-year university, they can have a skill in hand, just like a person graduating from an apprenticeship and go get a great job that's in high demand right where they live. Uh, in addition to ongoing services like helping with food nutrition and teaching people about food nutrition. And through this process, one of the things we do as an entity, we oversee a lot of the construction. So Tabernacle CDC, or TCDC as we call it, serves as a general contractor, which allows us to hire people and create jobs, right? So on this HUD project, for example, alone, we've created over 83 construction jobs. We're running about an 86 minority participation rate. So what that breaks down to is like 73 of those 83 jobs are minority people working. And over the last 4 years, we've invested right at $5 million in the neighborhood and created a total of 96 construction jobs, of which many of them technically can be considered full time because most of the people have been working with us since 2016 and have never been laid off.
That's an accomplishment. The city can't even say that. Andre Alexander, Tabernacle Community Development, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend. We really appreciate it, and we want to have you back.
Awesome. I look forward to coming back.